Okay, wait, ready? Okay, ready? Let's go. Yeah, it sounds fine. Okay,
Hel-
let's do it.
Hello?
Hello,
Hello?
everybody.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
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 Hello,
Okay,
everybody.
Hello?
welcome back
Hello.
to Motherfucking Based. I'm Pin Worldwide, and today is joining me is returning, of course, is Lalid Snake and Ichiban Masato. Hello, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Pin
Hello.
Pin.
And
Hi, Lalid.
today, of course, is joining. We have a guest and we have a new idol, so please support them. Of course, we have Dogstar who will be joining us on Mother Based. Get ready for more streams with Dogstar. Get ready for more action. And then, of
More
course,
Dogstar action.
joining us today we have Dirge.
Dirge.
What's up? What's up?
We
Welcome,
got
Dirge.
Yes.
we got
Thank you,
a
Sensei.
we got a lot to talk about today, huh? We got OnlyFans with the no-fap reversal. We've got Hasan Piker buying
And
a
his
house
pecker.
because that's apparently the worst thing that you can do. We've got
I thought we were mainly going to talk about how we could all, get to suck his dick, but that's fine. We could talk about the house, too.
we could talk about the house. I think we could talk about sucking his dick. I think all those are kind of
Related.
related. But we have to come clean here at Mother Based. We have all one goal in life, and it's hopefully to own a house. So
Yeah, we're
as
we're
soon
actually
as-
going to try to open up our page. It's like the Jeremy Fragrance segment that I think I was talking about on one of the last streams where he had that video and he was just kind of hey, he jumped on his bed and then got up. He's like, guys, I know, I'm sorry, that was a stupid video, but it does really well with the views, and I'm just trying to make a lot of money and buy a lot of real estate for my family. And I think
Exactly.
that's what we're all kind of trying to do at the end of the day.
Seriously, as soon as we get our bag, we're buying real estate. Call us. Mother Base is actually
Yeah,
BlackRock.
We're gonna buy a compound.
We're actually
Yeah.
BlackRock. We're gonna buy every single family home in America.
It's
Oh.
Blackstone.
Yeah.
Blackstone.
Is it Blackstone?
Yeah.
Blackstone. Yeah, isn't that fucked up? There's BlackRock
Wow.
and Blackstone. Isn't that fucked up?
And there's
Well,
Blackwater too.
We're gonna
And
There's
there's
a lot-
Blackwater.
Yeah.
All these
We're gonna-
companies, man, they really.
They all pale in comparison to black.com.
yeah, definitely.
I know, it's
we
how
have,
could
Coincidence? I think
we're gonna
not.
do the Mormon thing. We're gonna do the Mormon thing, and we're gonna just buy all of the McMansions in one
Fell
cul-de-sac and put and put hurricane fence around the whole thing, and outsiders won't be allowed in.
Yeah. we're gonna take that Patreon bag and really just enslave the rest of the country. So please support
we're
us
gonna
on
take
Patreon.
over like a. Yeah, we're
probably
gonna do a
have to-
Far Cry 4 move and take over a town in Montana.
Okay, well, so we should probably acknowledge the elephant in the room, which is that we promised that we'd have one other guest.
Oh yeah.
We don't have.
Oh, Ben is
He's
not
dead
coming.
to us.
Here's the
We're not
thing.
gonna say his name.
Here's
Ben
the
is-
thing.
we were-
I was coming back from
we were
Anime
like,
Mexico.
We were like, hey Ben, like.
No, you go ahead.
So Pin was running late coming back from Anime Mexico, where she was doing
Neo
some web
Mexico
work kind of
5.
operations, some like black bag type like operations, and so she was just a little bit late on her C-130 that was coming back, and we said to Ben, Ben, we'll be like an hour late, like if you need to reschedule or whatever, that's fine. And Ben was like, oh yeah, it's getting kind of late. I did the Club Cringe event on Friday. I'm kind of tired, so maybe we can do it next week. And I was like, yeah, no, that's totally fine. So we're doing it next week. But what I didn't tell him is that we will make fun of him for it. So
Ben busted his ass all the way open doing the crate challenge. he no longer has a functioning ass.
His whole ass is
It's
gone.
busted as shit. Yeah, it's just gone. It's just lower back into legs.
Ben, I told you, don't do the crate challenge with the Club Cringe crates.
There's
And
two
it's
ways
just Peter
to get a
Griffin laying in
prolapsed
bed.
asshole. It's to have anal sex with Bradley Cooper, and also to Hasan Piker, and also to do the crate challenge. So that's kind of what's happened. Please support them during their recovery.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, I think so something I found out about something very disturbing this week. It's called racism, and it's a big problem, and it's pretty messed up. And I found out about it. We'll be talking about this in kind of depth a little bit later. But the title of this episode is actually based on Fortnite. We learned about this whole thing, civil rights movement, and how we mostly fixed racism because of it, but there's still a little bit left. And so I don't know. It's a complicated issue, but we'll be getting into it. And I want to say, maybe it's naive, but I hope we can all just kind of get along, and maybe be a little bit nicer to each other.
Maybe
the goal for tonight is to successfully solve racism.
Yeah, exactly.
By 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So
we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
We live in a democracy, so what we need to do tonight is figure out what we need to vote for to solve racism permanently.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But we also live in a society, so we might just end up all being jokerfied by the world.
I think you're being pessimistic. With the power of voting, anything can happen.
Yeah, like if you don't vote, you could. What do we have left? We would have nothing.
Right.
That's true. I don't think the Joker ever voted, so.
There's two types of people in this world. So
imagine
we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the other thing we want to get to, right, is we want to talk a little bit about OnlyFans and that whole debacle, how we all got faked out for like a week, right? We were all like, okay, OnlyFans is going away. But now it's not. But there was a week there where everyone was kind of scared, and everyone was like, okay, like we're gonna have to get real jobs, right? We can't show our buttholes online anymore. I mean, we're still going to do it. I'm still going to do it, but I'm not going to get paid for it, or I need to find a different way to get paid for it. I don't know, but
and it was all because of the creditors, right? Like these creditors who like.
No, it wasn't. They lied about that. They said it was, and then the creditors were like, "Oh, hey, we don't have a problem." So then OnlyFans was like. Well, so yeah, they don't have a problem with it, so we're gonna change it back, folks. And it was like, well, you obviously didn't have this conversation if you didn't realize as well.
And there's this whole weird like double entendre too that I've found with it, where it's like they've been like, oh, this was just originally like a fan site. This was never supposed to be for like sex work or whatever, and yet like. When you look at the UI, like all of the buttons are like little heart buttons. Like the UI is so horny, it's out of control. Like how is this? It's like the horniest like app I've ever seen. Like how is this not just made for porn? You know what I mean?
Second horniest, vampire freaks. That's it.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah, it seemed like a kind of total like corporate suicide move to do that.
Oh. This is what we need. Vampire Freaks can come back, and then all of the sex workers can be supported on Vampire Freaks.
You know how
that's
much
who we need right now. Yeah.
Wait,
I love that so much.
Dirge, can you turn your volume up a bit on the mic? Or Pin, can you turn?
I can't do that on my side. That's Discord.
Yeah, but you can. You should be able to like right click and then do user volume on Discord.
Oh wait, sorry. How do I fucking change my settings? I have Fortnite open in the background, so we're hearing Fortnite music. So sorry, I'm getting all this. This is hell.
Right,
oh my god.
Sound like now better.
Close. Okay.
Yeah,
settings. Let's get the volume off here. Okay. Okay, good. Alright, we sorted that out. Alright, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. The Fortnite crisis.
Cool.
Yeah, so should we just get into... Maybe we should just like open up some OnlyFans and take a look at the UI, and maybe we can go over a little bit of a particular OnlyFans account that has all had us collectively on the internet interested for a minute. And know we're
you already know who we're talking about. It's Rachel Dolezal.
Your Woman Crush Wednesday is actually on OnlyFans now, and she's ripping it.
Yeah, she's got us. She's got steam shooting out of our ears, our tongues shooting out of our mouth, our eyeballs are shooting out of our head. We're pounding on the table. I'm shooting myself in the head with like 2 guns because I'm so horny. Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
I'm amazed that she's kept the exact same look too. Right?
Yeah. Really?
Stopped doing her the project she was working on.
What was that?
Of just being a different race than she is.
It's all a performance art piece.
Yeah.
She's just like all those like Italian like middle school soccer team or whatever that like tried to do like blackface to like help like with understanding of like between the races. It's just it was well intentioned, if ill advised.
Y'all can see the screen, right?
I support her as the black person. I think she's great. I have no problem with anything she's ever done.
She should have told people that she was actually doing gyaru and she was just appropriating Japanese culture.
She really should have. Yeah, it's not even like her skin's that dark.
There was like there's all types of otaku coming on. It's not just anime. There's people not just pretending to be anime online. Ladies and gentlemen, there's people pretending to be... Do you remember Teaboos, where people would be pretending to be British online? That was a good one.
Yes.
And people would like drink tea with their pinkies out and say stuff like in it.
Well, now we got like people getting...
Now we have Koreaboos.
The Koreans, the Korean surgery. Like it's like the...
Oh, that's a good thing
version
to look.
Of, like, the
we should
80s.
Look that up, actually.
She does look good, you know. She looks great.
No, wait.
How do I just Google? How do I become Korean?
How do
I join BTS as a white man? How do I join BTS as a 14-year-old Italian girl?
Isn't it a thing for Korean idols to also get like eye?
There's like a white guy
rounding surgery?
Yeah, this dude.
Eye widening surgery.
Yeah, this Brazilian man had 10 plastic surgeries so he could look like a Korean pop star. Yeah, this guy. Brazilian.
Perfect.
Wow.
Korean.
Your Avi is slightly blocking it.
Oh, sorry. Wait, well, yeah, we're going to pull up a big one. Yeah, look at that.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Wow, he looks like a robot.
Now he needs to get the... If he looks like the 2 like... K-pop like sex robots that I like keep in my like dungeon. It's amazing. That's really.
It's crazy that like the texture of his hair looks like it's
to get the eye
too.
widening surgery a little bit. So
he has to go full
really
circle with it.
Yeah. Damn, he's giving a really fierce look in the first image too. I like
Ichiban
He kind of looks
Misato, if
like
you could be
Jeremy
any
Fragrance.
race, what would you want to be?
Oh
If I
man.
could what?
Misato, if you could be any race, what would you want to be?
Italian, which is what I am. I have a lot of actual
Fair
Italian
enough.
pride.
I mean,
So.
yeah,
From
that's
Italy.
Italian X.
yeah, we could
Yeah.
all come from Italy.
We're all
Canonically,
Italian.
we're all Italian.
Siamo tutti italiani.
Yeah,
Carpe
Richard
diem.
Dawkins had that shirt that said "We are all Italian" on it. I forgot.
Yeah, the classic out of Italy theory of humanity.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
man.
yeah.
So-
I don't know. I think there's a lot of good races out there. Anyone is as good as any other, which that's call me a little naive, but that's just how I feel. And I think if we all felt a little bit more that way, I think we could get rid of this racism thing once and for all.
Honestly, I can't even see color.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Me too, same.
personally, I'm not really into people from Massachusetts. Or
Massholes, we
like
call them.
yeah, or honestly, like the greater New England region. I'm racist against people from New England.
Well, hold on there, because there's a lot of fine people in New Hampshire, and the massholes are the people that come and spoil New Hampshire with, just all their vacation homes on Lake Winnipesaukee. That's a whole different scene from Salt of the Earth, New Hampshireites.
Lake Winnipesaukee.
New Hampshire for an Italian.
I'd like to be a Swagapino, actually. That would be pretty good.
I take back what I said.
Swagapino.
Swagapino.
Okay, I'm calling it. I'm Swagapino now.
Yeah.
I'd rather be Swagapino than
For
Italian.
real.
Lake Winnipesaukee, more like Lake Winna my pussy.
Oh.
I miss Cushion Lyrics Tumblr. That Tumblr. Yeah, who needs brain cells when you have swag? Like, this was really like, this is the pinnacle of posting, like circa 2011 era, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Also, Kim Jong Il dropping the bass. That was my other favorite Tumblr. It was just like, sorry.
Was Hipster Runoff still alive in 2011?
Yeah, I feel like, right?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
It was a better time to post back in those days.
Definitely.
I think posting right now is really just not as good as
posting is at an all-time low.
Yeah, for real.
It's very sad.
Except for Italian VTubing. I mean, this is the last vestige of the internet we have left.
Absolutely.
L'ultima vestige.
Getting back to the Rachel Dolezal OnlyFans, it seems like I got duped. Okay, I bought this today. I was bamboozled. Literally, yeah. I paid $5 this month for literally just one post.
She said she'll be posting something like a dozen tasteful posts per month. Starting next month, so it hasn't really started yet in earnest.
Tasteful. See, this is why OnlyFans would have flopped if they let the sex workers get off. No one wants it. It's a terrible website. Like other websites, you can have tiered subscribers. OnlyFans is just like one price. It's terrible.
Right, and that's why you have some OnlyFans that are like $50 a month and shit.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about Chatterbait. I haven't personally used it myself, but I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, Chatterbait's got a pretty cool pricing model because people just sort of, throw money at you the whole time, and a little bell goes off, and everyone likes that.
Lest we forget the love sense, vibrates when you donate.
I have one in right now.
If
every time you say Italian,
it goes off every time. It goes off whenever Flip posts a reply in the chat.
Anytime I even see Janelle's name, my love thing.
Now remember,
vibrating furiously.
Remember, viewers, by donating to Mother Based, one of our Love Sense vibrators will go off for a period of time. So keep that in mind as you're tuning into the stream.
Do we have
up
it set
to
up
4 hours?
do you have it set up so it does something annoying when someone like joins the stream or something like that? Like, I feel like I haven't been seeing
There's
anything
nothing
really
that you can
embraced.
do with viewers joining, but you can do stuff when people subscribe, and when it's subscribe, it's Rushia screaming, so that's pretty good.
Someone please subscribe. I want to see this.
um,
Please, viewers, I'm begging you to subscribe.
please, viewers.
Um, so yeah, I
I
feel
mean,
like the
so
price, like that's the thing about it is it's such a crappy website. It's like,
It
why
looks
would
like
you
Twitter.
even? Yeah, it's like crap Twitter. Like it's like you're throwing away the only thing you have going, which is that like sex workers like want to use you. So I don't know why. It's like crazy they even considered it. Um, so I mean, so one thing that like people were talking about, and that we'll talk about a little bit, is that you can imagine, like some kind of decentralized marketplace that's not like, as prone to the whims of sort of C-suites throwing out like a perfectly good app. You can imagine even building it on some kind of crypto platform, right? Some kind of blockchain-based technology. But unfortunately, we're all stupid little bimbos, and I mean that in the Italian sense, bambini, we're little girls who don't understand crypto. So I don't know. I think it might be
Well,
good to
it's
go over
kind of
to.
like one of those things where if I knew how to do all this shit, I wouldn't be showing my balls online.
No,
If I
exactly.
understood crypto, I'd be making crypto money,
Well, I
not
had
phone
this.
money.
That's the problem. Is it's like everyone who understands crypto is like, you know, we're writing all these decentralized apps you'll be able to use, right? Um, and like they're gonna be so great, and like this is like enabling all that stuff, and then they like like try to get like normal people to like use it, and it's like I don't know what a smart contract is, or like how to write that. Like I don't even know what like a wallet is, whatever.
Well,
It's
that's what's
like
so funny is that like half of the people investing in it like don't understand any of that either.
way more right now
Right.
than that. I feel like everyone's just buying stuff because it's like, you know,
Yeah. The way to make money is just to take a like real cookie cutter like shitcoin contract and then just make it like just a little more deflationary than all the other shitcoins. Then people will give you $1 billion and you steal all the liquidity and move to Little St. James.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the long game. Is once we learn what crypto is, we're actually gonna try to make as much money as we can and move to buy Little St.
Yeah,
James,
we're gonna
ideally.
once the
Yeah.
once the mother based money comes in, we're moving to Little St. James and starting a compound in the style of course John
Yeah.
McAfee, who did not commit
Yeah.
suicide.
No, he
We're
was whacked.
gonna. Yeah,
His
we're
dead
gonna
man
move to Little
switch
St.
is
James and
still
make it
going
look.
on.
What did his dead man switch do? Was there anything on it?
It's in the process of uploading 31 terabytes of dirt
Jesus
on
Christ.
every official in the world, and it's uploading it all onto IPFS using Filecoin. It costs $1 trillion, and it's getting uploaded at a rate at 30 kilobytes a day. So it's going to be a while, but once it finally gets there, you have to just trust the plan.
Trust the plan.
I love it.
30 kilobytes.
Like directly
Yeah,
contributes to global warming.
That's almost as fast as you have based streaming setup.
I mean, is the reason why people like OnlyFans because it's safer though? Like, is it like your identity and stuff like that is more protected than like on these more like?
No, no, no. OnlyFans is just more popular. That's why everyone uses it. It's actually very terrible. The user interface is terrible. I know, like, just for fans, you're able to search by like tags or if you're looking for a specific thing. Like, OnlyFans also outlaws certain like sexual acts that they deem like too extreme or whatever. Like, you can't even pee on
Damn.
nobody. What the fuck is the having
What?
OnlyFans on
Whoa.
and you can't pee?
Damn. That's very
Not a world I want to
puritanical.
live
I
in.
mean, wait a minute.
No,
You
sir.
can't even just like pee like in a toilet. Like you can't not even like peeing on somebody. You can't just like pee in a
I'm
direction.
not too sure. I don't like.
Is
Why are you peeing in a toilet? You should be peeing on someone.
is that
Yeah.
based on anything, like any obscenity law or something? Because that seems random.
No, they're all completely arbitrary, which is
Yeah.
why we have these
It's
problems.
literally. It seems like all of this is just at the behest of like the board and like what type of horniness they want to allow. They're like, like let's create like a soft core kind of, beautiful kind of none of that dirty shit, right? Like, what are we, some kind of degenerates? I have
It's
a
like
family,
it's like an 85-year-old, like, I don't know, like
like a
dude who like
boomer.
rode for like Princeton in like the 40s. He's like,
Steph, you're really quiet.
oh, it's like the boards are just like run by these like 85-year-old dudes who like, I don't know, like go to like the New York Athletic Club and like, rode for Princeton, and they're just like, back in my day we had
Look at the
we had
OnlyFans
women with
CEO.
respect. The OnlyFans CEO, he's like, we have women who had self-respect.
Yeah.
They would show you a little bit of ankle. They'd show you
Whoa.
a little
I
tasteful
actually
bit
feel
of their
like the owner is
brassiere,
some
and
South African guy.
enough.
Look at his forehead. What the fuck? Look at this dude's forehead.
This is the whoa.
Yeah, he's got like
Does he look kind of like PewDiePie?
he's got like the
He does look
cranium
like
Wojak.
He looks like PewDiePie if you watch Mother Base and gain like 600 IQ.
Yeah.
Like, what's
PewDiePie,
that?
come on to stream.
Like, not the withered Wojak. What's what's like the really like the big brained Wojak? Yeah, like this is what his head looks like.
This is stage 2 of mental jelking.
Yeah,
Today I will
it's-
ban porn.
yeah. He actually wrote like some algebra that proves that P is not what God wants, and
He's
only
kinda
he
giving
understands it
Jeremy
because he has a brain
Fragrance
big
here.
enough.
Does Jeremy Fragrance have an OnlyFans?
He should.
So he
I'd
apparently-
He
actually
should. He really should.
He said he was like coerced into like doing sex acts at one point in his life. He was trying
Right.
to be like a artist, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
it didn't happen, buddy.
Well, he
Yeah,
had that
Matty
that
Hill
thing
and
where,
the
like, the gay people threatened him that they would tell if he didn't do certain stuff.
Oh, yeah, Jeremy Williams. Should we listen to Ibiza Forever or All of Me?
Matty Hill in the chat says no P on ChatterBait either. So we need to find a P friendly
Whoa,
platform
whoa, whoa,
moving
whoa!
forward.
But isn't Squirt allowed on ChatterBait?
So as a
Uh-oh.
quick note, I have found a journal article in the Texas Journal of Women and the Law called "Obscene Squirting: If the government thinks it's urine, then they've got another thing coming." And I think there is some law and like some legal precedent that's trying to figure out if like squirt is pee, so that it can
Yeah,
be
like,
like
is-
logged under the same thing as pee.
We should really get to the bottom of this before we move on.
Yo, PJ
Yeah.
just subscribed in the chat and nothing happened.
Yeah, I've been
No vicious
noticing that
screaming.
on some things it's showing, and then other ones it's not. I mean, I have the widget showing here. I don't know what the dealio is. Let's just run it. Like, welcome. I mean, I can test the widgets live, I think. Can I? Let's see. Yeah, let's see.
You know, squirt pea. So squirt is like a pea cocktail. It's like mostly pea, but it is some of its own stuff.
But Squirt is okay on ChatterBait. So there's a percentage of P allowed. I wonder if there's an amount. It doesn't seem like there's an amount, but it seems that there's a percentage of the volume of discharge that some P is allowed, right?
Yeah, I'm reading this article because I'm fucking fascinated by it, because it says people are trying to prove to courts whether or not squirt is pee, because the importance is the distinction between excretory and secretory depictions in pornographic material. This
Secretary
is incredible.
But
Yeah,
I mean, couldn't
it's
you
like
just get away
secretary
with that
porn.
by like moaning and like just like aggressive, like, performatively rubbing your clit right before you pee?
I don't
Is
know.
there really a Texas Journal of Women?
Oh, I just
Can you link this in the
linked
Discord
it.
so we can see
I
this?
did. It's right there.
It should be like a book, and you open it, it just says no.
Texas Journal of Women.
It's Texas Journal of Women
Um,
and the Law.
The
Yeah.
Texas Journal of
Whoa.
Women
Oh,
is
whoa,
just
yeah.
like I
Real life
imagine.
laws.
Let me
hate
read
women.
this. Let me read this out loud. Maybe in a Bernie Sanders voice. Should I do that?
Do that.
Oh, all right.
Squirting,
That's
coming, gushing, ejaculating. An orgasm by any other name would feel as sweet. But the depiction of urination, micturition, and excretion is an obscene act for which a performer, a director, and a producer of pornography could potentially be charged. On film, to the untrained eye of the disbeliever, ejaculation may appear to be the same as urination.
Boo.
Scientists, I know, boo.
Fuck
Scientists,
you, Bernie.
educators,
Shit.
feminists, and artists have produced documentation that overcomes skepticism about squirting and provides the court with the material needed to discern between excretory and secretory depictions in pornographic material. I'm not going to read this whole paper in Bernie Sanders.
We need more
voice.
Secretary Squirt.
Yeah, apparently prostate secretion. Oh yeah, that's right. As a butthole haver, you can come from your butthole. You can ejaculate fluid from your bunghole.
Like
that's
prostate
allowed.
milking?
Yeah, I
But
mean
that
it's
doesn't
possible.
come out of the butthole.
Does it? Doesn't it come out
I've
of?
done
Oh
it.
no, it comes out of the rod. Yeah,
And do what? Did you have to think of?
it comes out of the old
It comes
hog.
out of fucking everywhere, honestly.
Yeah, my ears.
Yeah.
Wait,
If
so
you're doing it right, you know.
Carmen M. Cusack. What's this? I wonder who. I want to see who wrote this paper. Oh yeah.
Is she hot?
Yeah, kind of actually.
I appreciate this anti-Northern European comment in the
Yeah.
in the
Where
chat.
did that come from? We weren't even talking about Rome. Northern Europeans for 10,000 years couldn't even build a house before Romans came in and enslaved and conquered them. Northern Europeans have no culture. They were too busy just killing themselves. No history.
But right, before
Oh,
like
go off, Queen.
Yeah, wow.
before like
They hated him because he was
1905,
right.
They-
all of Europe was just like 3 old women in like black shawls trying to plant bulbs and like rocks.
and figuring
Yeah,
out whether
that's
like
it.
squirting is pee.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those were the good old days.
I mean, so where does OnlyFans, I guess, go from here? Like, do you think that like, oh wow, Joshua Citarella, thank you for subbing.
Wow.
Did we
Praise
get
from
did, we,
Caesar.
did it trigger Russia?
It did, yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, where do we go from here with this OnlyFans stuff? Do you think like people, it's gonna still be a mass exodus, or do you think that this turnaround is gonna keep it going?
I think
I
it'll
think it's
keep
gonna be
going,
both.
but yeah. Like I feel like there's gonna be
full
some like
disclosure. I have an OnlyFans, and all my friends have one, and a lot of them definitely set up alternative profiles. But everyone's keeping their OnlyFans too because it's what everyone uses.
Yeah, there would have to be an exodus to somewhere, right? There would have to be something good that gets the same traction.
But the thing is, they're all better, but no one
Yeah.
uses it. It doesn't matter.
It's
So-
kind of funny though that like there's just like this arbitrary group of like elites at the highest level that are just like managing what porn is like allowed. It's like squirt is good but no pee. Like
Yeah,
know?
that's what they're deciding at the Bohemian Grove.
like they're
That's
having
what the
like yeah,
Bilderbergs are helping out. Yeah.
that's what
They're
the,
like- it's like
that's what the
Seal.
Davos conference is mostly about.
it's like Seal and Evangelion like organizing around like a table and going like
It's like
hmm,
Bono from U2,
Ikari.
Hillary Clinton, and like the Dalai Lama are like sitting in like Davos, like deciding like how much, like what precise manner like you're allowed to like release pee in for it to be like considered like okay to jack off to.
the Dalai Lama's
And
like
then-
squirt is pee but who cares?
Well, it's kind of like they actually it's kind of like Bretton Woods, where like there's like a lot of like kind of like tension and like kind of dominant like power stuff that goes into those decisions, and like which countries are allowed to show what. It's like basically we're still in this like kind of a Merocentric thing where it's like I mean like the first example of this was like definitely when like Kissinger went in there and was like, listen, like you guys need to shut down poopsellers.com. And it was like, all right, poopsellers.com. They're paying me to say this, by the way, but poopsellers.com, great place to buy poop. You have to shut down poop sellers, and that would, and use the U.S. dollar. And people usually think of the the U.S. dollar economy runs on the U.S. dollar, but they always forget about no poop selling, which was kind of the other part of that. And it kind of continues to this day. So we'll kind of see what Xi thinking and the rise of China sort of means for this type of stuff. But it's a space to watch, I think.
Yeah, poop sellers shutting down was like being worried about like burning down the Library of Alexandria.
That was my night.
And now the U.S. dollar is backed by poop. To the extent that it is backed by anything, and the Fed.
Wait, so I want to learn a little bit more about how cryptocurrency works and how crypto, like some blockchain solution, might be able to fit into this. So we actually have an expert, Ratscott, our correspondent over at the Uniswap virtual exchange in the Metaverse. And they are an expert on cryptocurrency, blockchain technologies. They're going to kind of explain to us a little bit of like what's going on here. Can we cut over to them? Cut over to Ratscott?
Am I on?
We can.
Hey. You got connection? Okay. Well, hi. Hey, Mother Base. Good morning, Vietnam. Ratscott here in the Metaverse. I'm at the Uniswap Exchange, the beautiful Uniswap Exchange. You can see active traders behind me engaged in the future of finance, trading all sorts of various liquid assets made possible by the internet and the world of Web 3.0. So first, I should, to get you excited about these new opportunities that are available to us, I should explain cryptocurrency and blockchains. First of all, what is a blockchain? Because cryptocurrencies are only just one example of what the sort of things you can use a blockchain for, and so
that was so boring. Yeah, that was awful. I didn't get a word of that.
Where did you find that fuck?
I don't know. Is it just me, or does Ratscott kind of looks a little bit like Dogstar?
What the fuck?
Are you? No, they don't see it. I don't know.
No. Hey, fuck you. That's what you think I look like that?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I just meant something about like the cranial like scale or what. Like I take it back.
You got the same skull bone. Yeah.
Phrenological kind of like personality type, I would say.
Very similar. What's your blood type?
We're learning about.
Yeah.
Did she respond yet? What? Did she read it? Can you see? Maybe that just means it's sent. I don't know.
Whoa.
Well, that's reverse racism. I need her in my life.
I'm
excited for them.
She's a solid dime.
Oh shit! What happened?
I'll also just say wood. Leave it.
Yeah, wood.
Yeah, wood.
Absolutely.
Boo!
Boo!
Ooh,
You're not a real streamer if you're
fail.
Kill
organic as
yourself, Hasan.
What a
Cringe.
homo, short for homeowner.
what a
Yeah.
home owner.
Wrong.
Well, he found out about it before we did, so
Whoa. I dropped a meme into the interrogation room that is a little funny. Ari Hassan. Damn, my balls smell terrible.
We should replace oxygen.
yeah, I really feel like this image really remembers for me time of pain and growth. To me, it's like a perfect example of like a like Christians versus like Muslims meme. Like this would be like the one where like one guy is like, you know, like Hassan is like jacked and like standing on the right and like in a robe and like radiating like light and like beauty, and like Stavros is like, you know,
Just looks like a cartoon of a pedophile.
Yeah.
but on the flip side, Hassan is actually way more cringe. So I don't know.
Yeah.
God giveth and he taketh away, I think is the lesson.
I actually I had. Oh, I was just gonna say I have never really paid attention to Hasan Piker, so I was only kind of like marginally aware of who they were when everybody like decided that they hated him and that he should kill himself or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like so like the other big news around the time that I guess like when Hassan bought his house was that like Nathan J. Robinson like fired everybody from his like shitty leftist magazine that I've also mostly been ignorant of on purpose. And it's kind of like it's like a funny situation because if I looked at like Nathan J. Robinson and I looked at Hasan Piker, just going off of like how they physically appear, I would be like, oh yeah, no, that guy would buy like a house in like West Hollywood, or like, oh yeah, no, that guy definitely is just kind of like a minor character in an Ayn Rand novel.
See, I feel like Stavros is like the Swagapino version, but like Greek. He's like Greek Swagapino.
He
And
is,
it's
yeah.
almost like a Tony Soprano kind of energy. Like Hassan's just too good looking and it just throws it off.
Yeah.
Like
No, it is
imagine if
messed
Tony
up. He's
Soprano was a
definitely
good looking guy. It would be a
no. That's
stupid fucking show.
right. That's kind of what I meant though. Is like I feel like he's got like the Chad job, but it's like too much. You know, it's like
Is
yeah,
that
Well,
does that
I
shirt
think
have like leather sleeves too?
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Um,
It looks
well, I mean, he's like admitted in interviews to like doing like he basically like does peacocking, like the PUA, like his whole like approach to like how he dresses is basically like the same as like peacocking.
Which is
Like he
based.
dresses like he dresses like a dumbass like on purpose because he thinks that it draws like attention to him.
And he's right.
Shit. Yeah.
it does work. I'm sorry to say.
Peacocking does work. Pickup artists were right. The mystery method is guaranteed. And by the way, yes, we are being paid by Mystery Method to get you all of the ladies you crave. I'm talking nines and dimes,
Wow.
not eight and below, because the strategy is totally different for eight and below. But nines and dimes, you will get them with the Mystery Method.
Yeah. Oh my God! Wow. Oh yeah. There's that guy. Jesus Christ.
Justin Trudeau is the woke bae.
Just comes with blackface.
I want to get
Oh
the
my
period
god. Liberals need to be stopped. Yeah.
panties. That have you seen those?
Oh my god! So you can take full dumps in them,
Right.
and wear them for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
They're great. They can
Oh,
hold
for sure.
3 period cycles. They're
Yeah,
amazing. You can have a
totally.
baby in them, and the baby you won't even see the baby.
Each week, myself and a lovely co-host
Oh,
celebrate
no.
five famous dudes for being amazing, for being brilliant, and affecting positive change in the world. With me today is
You
multi-talented
think Hasan can
rapper,
freestyle?
actress, comedian, writer. I'm talking about Aquafina. But her gut.
In.
I just know about hot dudes.
Right.
I mean, that's
Woke bae.
How long is this
Woke bae,
video?
This guy is so amazing and so woke and so
Oh damn,
brilliant and
that's
so
not that
dope
bad. I was assuming that it was
he
like
makes
14
you want to
minutes
give a
or something.
two-tit salute.
Like really punishing.
Wait, what's the two-tit salute?
It's like this.
Did you move?
I can't do it. I can't. I'll do it hotter for you later. I'll do it hotter.
Hey, ladies, if y'all
So,
were gonna
who is this
peacock, what would
mystery
your
guy? It's
accessory of choice
Justin
be to really,
Trudeau!
draw the ladies
Is he coming out?
in? Oh, my bad.
Do you think we have money for that? Anyway, we're here to talk about Justin Pierre Trudeau, who is the Canadian Prime Minister,
Leader of the Liberal Party,
father of 3 kids,
and friend to many Syrian refugees.
and he's our woke bae of the week.
Would you describe yourself as a feminist?
Yes, I am a feminist. I'm proud to be a feminist.
Whoa.
And he's also raising his sons to be a feminist.
Damn.
To be a feminist.
Me too.
It's great that you're engaged and modeling to your daughter that you want her empowered and everything, but you need to take as much effort to talk to your son about how he treats
Damn,
women and how
this is really why
he is going to be grown up to be a feminist.
Refugees. He was like, you need some
Fidel
time.
Castro's son has
Dumbass
just fallen
yoga
so
pose
far
down to
from the
Yeah, I
tree.
know.
For example,
Really sucks.
last year, and when he was asked about this in an interview, this is what he said.
Because it's 2015.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, this is enough. So to answer your question,
Wait, what's the Hasan PewDiePie video that was up for a second? God,
Dear
No.
God, yeah, what the fuck?
who watches
Ass.
those?
Well, it's all like 2 minutes hate 1984 shit. Everyone wants to like worship and hate someone. So you may as well take your place on the throne of being either loved or hated because that's like social currency now. How I get pussy. Oh, for sure.
Oh.
It's very true. I deserve to be worshipped. Fuck that. If
Yeah.
you're gonna be doing it, you may
No,
as well
there's
worship
definitely-
me because I'm cool.
Yeah, I would worship Dirge. I would like have a little altar to you
Yeah.
in my house.
I
Yeah.
lift more than anyone else you're gonna worship. So
And that's what really matters, honestly.
truly.
Like, Jesus doesn't look like he can lift shit. So, like, why follow him? But Dirge, definitely you could outlift Jesus and probably Muhammad, but we would never know because we're not allowed to see him.
No, he is all powerful. Alhamdulillah.
No, it's too dumb.
No.
There's not even anything to say. It's too dumb.
Yeah, who cares?
If I was gonna do peacocking, I would just dress like Galactus from the Fantastic Four comics. I feel like women would find that very alluring.
I would have as a woman, I would have an M16 A4 with rails, fixed bayonet, ACOG scope, laser sights, laser targeting module, and I try to do that in like a non open carry state, preferably one where it's illegal to have like assault rifles, because then you're that's like massive peacocking. Like you are like guaranteed to get attention. It's a lot to talk about. You can explain, kind of what each bit does. It's kind of guaranteed.
Is open carrying a form of peacocking?
Oh, definitely.
Not in an open carry state. In an open carry state, it's a way of just displaying autism.
I think I'd wear like a backpack that has like one of those sonic warfare devices in it, like an LRAD, just so everyone immediately gets a migraine and is trying to figure out why. And they see me. And they're like, wow, who's she?
Oh yeah, sure.
That's actually so fucking Sigma to just be like completely shat.
Yeah. Wow.
No, you had me until you said no white. That's savagery.
Yeah. Hashtag never white. Wait.
Least Sigma New Yorker.
Wait, speaking of
New York.
Speaking of Sigma behavior, I just want to quickly say that Joe Biden falling
Joe
asleep
Biden.
while talking to the Prime Minister of Israel, just like fully falling asleep, is more Sigma actually than anything Trump did.
Yeah, 100%.
Fall on that sword. Yeah.
I do like how he was just like, we're pulling all the troops out, and like everyone flipped out at him, and he's just been like, listen, Jack, like I got a nap in about 20 minutes, and I'm
Yeah.
God loves dead soldiers.
All right. Well, I don't. Okay. I mean, one parting shot. The only thing I really want to discuss: how big do you think Hasan's hog is? Piker's pecker, Hasan's hog.
Definitely circumcised, I'm gonna say.
Characteristics.
Yeah.
Definitely uncut. 7.5 by 7.5.
I'm going with a solid 4.
What's your dimensional lumber measurement?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not true, but yeah.
I think
No, it's a good point. I do.
4 inches.
Ben Shapiro definitely has like no dick, because he's like 4'8" and he probably has a 1-inch dick.
Wow.
With a botched circumcision.
I feel like Ben Shapiro's hung and black people made fun of him for it, even though like it doesn't make sense, and he decided to hate black people, and they were like, "Yo, we thought it was cool. I don't know why he got so mad at us." You're calling them.
That's a great take. I love that. That's like that.
Well, actually,
honestly, like that's like the saddest place to be at as like a guy is if you have like a big dick, but you still get no play because everybody just assumes that you don't have a big dick. Yeah,
It's
that
like
kind of does explain a lot of
complex.
like Ben Shapiro. Like he literally has to like tape it to his leg to just like walk around every day, and everybody's just like, just because he like has like a roller backpack and he's like basically a hobbit, like everybody just assumes that he just has like a nasty little chode. My wife, who is a doctor, said that that my penis is medically large. You cannot refute this claim. She has several PhDs, and if she says that my penis is of above average length and girth, she is factually true.
Yeah, she has a PhD. Pretty huge dick.
Yeah. So factually, we would agree that 9.5 inches does constitute a large dick, right? We're agreed on this. Therefore, my penis, which is 9.5 inches long, is legally, under the Constitution, considered a large dick.
I like the idea. I like the idea of him doing like mental gymnastics, but for like a point that's extremely easy to make. Like him trying to do his like browbeating thing, but it's like he's just talking about how like actually gigantic his hog is, and so it's like he's immediately like just browbeat and like shamed everyone in the room, who's like looking like kind of like shamefully down at their like trousers, but he's like still just going off on like the exact technical breakdown about why it's so huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. Boo.
There's definitely a whole subculture around people doing just like debate club. Like I've peered into the world of like, yeah, of like fascist debate club that happens on Discord and uploads like 4-hour long videos on YouTube.
His name's PewDiePie.
Yeah. Just doesn't know.
Yeah. Well, neither do I, because I actually can't see color. Everyone looks like the Ubermensch to me.
Oh, dude, no, Hasan totally rules. I was actually thinking about going that direction, like totally just leaning into politics just to fuck girls. Like, why not? You're
No,
good with
truly.
your
I mean,
eyes,
Obama
you
tried it.
nails. All you have to do is paint your nails, wear a pearl necklace, and be like, yeah, I think about your feelings sometimes. And they go, hey, man.
Yeah,
do
go
it for
nuts.
us that can't.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I mean, Obama tried it.
Vicariously
So,
live this man right now.
yeah. If it's good enough for Obama, it's good enough for me.
Same, queen.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was he supposed to do with the money? Like, what would have been an okay thing to do with the money that people donate?
To buy more.
He wants to give. Everybody wants him to give like 50 people top surgeries. Hey, look, it's not gonna happen. Get a fucking house. I don't know you. I don't know what you're gonna do with after that thing. You could kill someone. I don't know.
What was he supposed to do with the money?
Girls because
like, what would have been an okay thing to do with the money that people donate?
To buy more.
All right. I think we've talked enough about this. What I'd like to do.
Everybody wants him to give.
I'd like to see if maybe we can get back to Rat's God and get like a slightly less boring explanation of how exactly crypto works, how exactly we can use it to keep gooning.
Wait,
whether you can do like a
real quick. Before we do that, though, I need to.
Entire time. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Got it.
I just have a quick question for Dirge. What is it? What's top surgery? Is that like where a doctor gives me top?
Yeah, absolutely. And it goes
Wow, I want top surgery. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Get this man top stat. 3 cc's of top immediately in his vein.
If my Japanese animes are to be believed, that's actually how things work over there.
Yeah.
In the hospitals.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. We're heading over to Dogstar.
Okay, yeah, so boilerplate. No, again, so to put it more simply, we have a series of events, and in the ledger, we use this to record a bunch of financial transactions. Just like I said, we're people have money, people get money from block rewards, and then we want to be sending these money between a bunch of different people. So this isn't that much data. We're not trying to send that, streaming video to each other or anything like that.
It feels truly psycho.
And we're back. And that was fucking awful again.
That was I did not understand. Who brought her on?
I hate her.
Yeah, me too. Nobody fucking cares about this.
Yeah, she's dumb as hell. I don't know why. We gotta have to talk to our producer for bringing on someone so boring and egg-headed. I couldn't understand a word of that.
Yeah.
All right, so
should we go over and play some fork knife?
Let's play some fork knife. So you know why they call it fork knife, right?
All right, let's.
They named it after the
because forks
Fortnite
was
burger.
knife.
Wow, peace.
Oh yeah, let's. Is audio chat on in the MLK world? I want to see if we can ask people for the fork knife burger.
All right, yeah, March Through Time is what it's called. And if you guys can all see, we're loading
Here are the brave January 6th soldiers ready to go down into DC with their guns.
Yes.
And now they're in DC. All right, we're in a lecture hall. Interesting. Ask someone for the Fortnite burger.
Do you have guns in a lecture hall? Is someone holding a sign?
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history.
The craziest thing to me is that they just didn't turn off
the greatest demonstration
gestures.
The gestures.
Doing the leg dab. I haven't done it.
What does my F key do? How do I dance?
50 years ago.
How do I dance in this game? Does anyone know? Oh, here we go.
Try. I know it's E in VR chat.
Oh, now I think they changed it so that you can't Fortnite dance anymore.
Oh, what?
They made it. That's too bad, because that was pretty stupid.
There we go. Oh no.
I can't believe they were dumb enough to do that.
Yeah, like that, basically let you hit the Dougie in front of Martin Luther King.
Dude, jump up on there and teabag,
I like everything about it. I like how it's like I don't know, like it's like very eerie thing where like all these like videos are playing or whatever. It like makes it seem like the whole thing was like a psyop and like only like a handful of people were there.
I understand
like, they're basically
why they
like
did it, right? Like I completely understand why they did it. What does add my light mean?
And the chains of discrimination. 100 years later.
I think that they thought like that this would be a way, they have a young audience. They thought it would be like a way for them to like, teach some history of civil rights in it, I guess. But like there's something so silly about this game that it just any act of being earnest in it just makes it seem ridiculous.
Well, it's
You know what I
really
mean?
It's just one of those things where a lot of my white friends do, where they have a good idea of how they want to be good, but they don't ask a single black person, any of which of us would have told you this is the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard.
Ever.
But it's also very fucking funny.
Yeah.
It feels like a cash-in, right? Like, why would you do this here instead of even just like making some sort of like website for this? Like, why put it in Fortnite unless you're getting people to play Fortnite? Yeah.
George Soros paid them. Soros
Why
bucks.
even have MLK in a game if you can't battle them?
I mean, you'd also have to add the CIA to this game if you wanted that to happen.
What did you say?
That would be fun. That would be like fun.
They should have gotten From Software to make an MLK game. That would have been good.
Oh, this is pretty fucking wild. Look at this one. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's like you could do a very fun
Wait,
game where
what's
it's
the
like
purple shit?
here's some
The rainbow.
Right, make it like JFK Reloaded, but you're the CIA. Yeah.
Yeah, or like have like a asymmetrical multiplayer where like one person is like just trying to make the world like just slightly better, and the other team has like 10,000 times as much like budget and weapons and just like destroys them.
It seems like they teamed up with Time to do this.
That's part of what's really weird to me is that somehow Time was also. I can totally see Time because Time is completely irrelevant. Like, literally, like every time I hear about them, I like,
oh yeah,
forgot they still existed
of course,
like
they have to put their fucking names in this shit as well.
It's just so funny because it's like they're like, how can we be relevant? Well, I guess my like grandson plays this game called Fortnite. You know. It's like really funny because it's like all the dumb people from old media plus like all of the like dumb like game developers like meeting and like deciding that this was like definitely like gonna be a good idea.
Here. Yeah, it's just not. There's nothing about Fortnite that can be serious. You know what I mean? It's like Fortnite trying to make a piece about the Iraq War. You know what I mean? Like it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing as Jango Fett, or I'm playing as the fucking Mandalorian.
It feels like a dying gasp of like print media being like, will this get the kids interested in print magazines? Right?
I think that's part of
You know
what's
what
funny.
though? We're like right on the cusp of the 20th anniversary of 9/11. It would honestly be really cool if there was like a Fortnite 9/11 thing where maybe you were like in the tower.
Where we dropped the boys.
First plane hit.
It's just
where you try to get out, like where you try to get out of the school bus, but you have to just watch it crash into the towers, and then you have to sit there with no weapons, like learning about like all the people who died in it. Like you're like, all right, I'm gonna get off the bus, but like then you crash it, and then it's just literally, it's like everyone has to stand still, and like you can only do the Fortnite dance or like the Dougie, like solemnly, like kind of slow down a bit, and like they read you like the names of all like 3,500 like Americans who like died in the towers that day.
I think like.
Or how about like a cheat where if you change your handle to like a Jewish sounding name, you just like show up in like a kitchen and you've like stayed home that day, and you just get to like do the Dougie in front of like your wife
and watch it on TV.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just so weird because I think that this is like they're trying to get kids involved in history, but like. This is not the format, you know what I mean? There is a format for this, like interactive media, but I don't think that this is the format at all.
It would be MLK.
Perfect thing. So you walk in, and it's almost like the no rushing thing, but instead of like a mall and hunting down, it's like black people sitting and doing like a dine-in, like what do you call it? Like I'm black. Why don't
sit-ins.
Yeah,
a sit-in.
Yeah, you have to beat them. Like you have to beat them. And you say like, remember, no slurs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure VR Chat has a MLK World after this, and I'll bet you it's better.
Yeah, I think this is just a cynical cash grab where they're both trying to legitimize each other time and forth.
Well, I mean, like, I think it's like this weird thing where Fortnite is like, they feel like they can do anything now because, like, they've, like, managed to, you know, build, like, these crazy concerts and, like, all of these, like, it'd be massively popular, so they really do think that, like, they can solve racism, I think.
Yeah. I was talking to my friend Kasai the other day about how I thought it'd be funny if like they could combine like the Travis Scott concert world with the MLK world, and like MLK would be like giving his speech like on like the you know, like on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, and then like behind him is just like a, you know, like a 500-foot tall Travis Scott, and that, like every time MLK finished his sentence, it would just bellow, "It's lit!"
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, what, I don't know, man. It's like, this whole thing, to me, reminds me of the David Guetta, like,
oh yeah,
like, you know,
I have a dream sample.
I have a dream sample,
Yeah.
and then, like, into a drop.
yeah.
Cause, like,
Yeah, what is it that he says? And then it's just like, yeah, this song is dedicated to George Floyd, and shout out to his family.
yeah, she said shout out to his family, which is the most insane. Yeah, I mean, like, I think inherently, I mean, even if you get rid of the dances, just because of the fact that because of what Fortnite is, you can never tell, like, a serious, earnest, like, thing, just because, like, I'm fucking Django Fett, and I just got finished, like, shooting Kratos in the face, like, you know what I mean?
Do they have the segregated bathrooms in here?
They do,
I saw
yeah,
those
somewhere on the
screenshots on
map,
it.
yeah.
We have to find those. I really like that image of like Rick Sanchez just standing
Well, that's
by
the thing too that I've noticed with this
white
is that
only.
it's not. I mean, I haven't really seen much yet, but it doesn't seem like they're actually like tackling any of the racism that happened during civil rights. It's just like vague quotes and like Americana. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you know, there's any like fucking like Rosa Parks references or like sit-ins or like fucking boycotting references.
They should have just had it
Or
where
like
it's like
police
you go
crackdowns.
in-
It's all just
I was
like,
gonna say you go in and you just immediately get like bowled over by fire hoses and like
yeah,
attacked by,
exactly.
like,
Like that's the thing. It's like a sort of like this is for the young generation of kids, and like the best thing that we've got here is a fucking Gravity game to talk about like civil rights.
yeah.
Or like a duo puzzle. Like, what am I, like, none of this has anything to do with civil rights, and yet, like, this is what people are gonna, like, think about when they think of Martin Luther King, which is, fall through time, 4 players, fall through time together to activate the 4 switches at the same time.
What the fuck? This feels like Linden Labs' nightmare, right? Where they were trying to, I think,
Like, I'm
do
just
something
falling, I'm literally
interesting.
just falling through dates. Like, without any reference. Like this is insane.
Yeah.
What do they think happened? What do they think happened during civil rights?
This is how
Yes.
time works, right? As like a astrophysicist, is this how time works?
Yes.
Cool.
Are you guys seeing
just-
this on my screen?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane. It's really
I-
good.
I
like-
even process it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's gonna be so funny in like 10 years when like whatever TikTok is at that point is like we're like it's like how we have like the videos where it's like 9/11 was an event where like you know it's like you see this like little like zoomer with like purple hair like explaining 9/11 to like people who like have no idea what it is, and it's like gonna be like that, and like people are gonna be talking about like the civil rights movement, but it's gonna be people who like learned about it through this map. And they'll
Yeah,
just be like
it's gonna
trying to
be like
describe it more and
9/11
more.
was an accident where a plane like went off grid by accident and crashed into a building.
and glitched into
It glitched into a building.
and no clipped straight into the inside of the towers, which then actually allowed the no clipping. It actually triggered a glitch, which immediately yeeted 3,500 tower goers into heaven, along with their brave firefighters.
It sent them into blue hell. It shot them through the skybox.
It shot them through the skybox. They're actually still falling.
Through the goddamn
Like
skybox.
I'm just listening to the Martin Luther King speech, and I'm just running around a maze.
Yeah, why is there a maze?
I don't know.
It's
I don't know why any of
the Shining reference.
Ah, yes, the famous. Yes,
It's just like
the famous.
It was Martin
famous
Luther King's favorite movie.
I think
Martin
it's
Luther
just
King was the servant, wasn't he?
Freedom and justice, I have a dream.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the waiter, but he was also the guy in the bear costume blowing the rich guy. Very controversial.
Going to hell.
I think the maze is just like they think Zoomers have too much ADHD to like sit and listen to a speech, so it's like here you can solve the maze while you listen to the speech.
That's probably true. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. The thing is none of this has anything. None of these game mechanics have anything to do with civil rights. So I'm just like not paying attention to this and running around a map.
What black people want, we don't want Martin Luther King in Fortnite. We want to be the protagonist of the new Red Dead, so we can get to kill white people.
Yeah.
Damn, that would be a very good game.
I mean, black people were cowboys. Like, it was one of the few jobs.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's my idea. It's free money. Go ahead, send it out to Rockstar.
And the crooked places will be made straight.
No, 100%.
And the word of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together.
Like even these like emotes that they did allow are still so goofy. Like I'm a pirate right now. I'm like doing a spyglass thing.
Martin Luther
Like,
King.
I'm searching for racism right now.
Well,
With this faith,
it's all around you.
we will be able to transform the dangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we
Now
will
do the
be
dance.
able
I can't dance. You sure you can't dance?
Can you be Rick in here? Because I feel like I haven't seen any Rick Sanchez's. I feel like if they were smart, they would be in Rick Sanchez.
I played earlier, and there was a Rick in my squadron. Yeah, you can totally be Rick. I was actually the Joker when I was playing, so which should also probably not be allowed because God knows what that guy would get up to in a place like this.
You just have like Master Chief.
To be Rick Sanchez here, do you have to spend like $1,000 on gotcha pulls or something until you unlock the Rick character?
No, I think you can direct buy on everything. I believe that's
I've told Dirge about this before, but I have this like theory that if Dr. King were still alive today, people would just treat him the same way they do like Noam Chomsky, in that like people in like master's programs would just send him annoying emails and then post the response to Twitter. So, and like the example that I made at the time was, Dear Dr. King, recently DC Comics released a press statement stating that Batman does not eat pussy. I was wondering how you felt about this important issue.
So these are tweets, I guess, about Martin Luther King.
I feel like if Martin Luther King were alive today, he'd either be like doing that or he'd be doing like Renaissance commercials. Like everyone comes out. Like he would literally be
Oh, okay. Here's some bus stuff. This is better.
No, yeah, definitely. He'd be like, selling out like every other like.
He'd be selling his own
Clyburn and all these other like, yeah.
There'd be
for
like,
sure.
I have a dream.
I have a dream where black businessmen will be able to sell the finest ganja strains, and it'll just immediately launch into like a black-owned business, like weed dealership.
Oh my God!
Could you imagine Martin Luther King Jr. on Cameo wishing you a happy birthday?
Oh my God!
Hey, this is Martin Luther King. I want to wish the mother-based streamers a wonderful time as they explore racism and try to solve it in their show. Let's go, guys. Carpe diem.
I have a dream that you will get 10 new subscribers.
What if it'd be like Martin Luther King and Rachel Dolezal doing like split TikToks, like
whoa,
dancing?
Oh. Martin Luther King doing like karaoke car with that guy. Yeah.
Doing the like maybe I'll be Tracer. I'm already Tracer.
Yeah.
So this is so weird. This
Just
is like
on
this
Ellen
is not...
dancing.
Over here we've got like the march, and then there's like a learn more button, but I can't press it because it's picture in picture.
Oh my god. It makes it look like a Netflix movie too.
I love how like lazy it is too, that they're just playing a clip that wasn't even like meant for this format in the world.
Yeah, they didn't even like generate. It would have been so much cooler if they actually had like characters, like people.
Yeah.
Like if they made like a 3D model of Martin Luther King and like had that whole jazz going. Like if
like
you're gonna
they put even less effort into this than like we put into our streams.
Yeah, kind of. Is it over? Can I just leave? I don't understand. The sound stopped playing and so did the music.
In the game?
Yeah, it's like the speech is over, but like we're all just chilling. Let me see.
Well, I guess it's like after like the original March on Washington, music's over, racism is mostly fixed, and now you can just chill and enjoy the beautiful world of Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Washington D.C. is without a doubt like probably one of the most racist cities in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just like evil and like wretched like energy.
And also just like one of the worst cities to like exist in.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's very dark energy.
Yeah, just completely soulless. Yeah. I mean, it was like, you know, built on like a giant Masonic pentagram, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it feels like there's like nothing fun to do, and like everything is like some crappy like place that sells like $20 beers by an $8 an hour parking like garage, and like is like just only designed for like lobbyists to like come hang out at like after like work or whatever.
I think this
Like,
really was just like a proof of concept for Fortnite to like. So I guess this kind of comes into like a larger discussion. Look at this high school. Oh my god. I feel like this looks like block mesh, dude. This like literally like looks like some shit I would have made in like Maya as like a prototype to be like, look, this is a building.
Like they couldn't even actually make it Ruby Bridges' high school. It's just
high school. And like there's
and
not
where
even
are you?
look at
Like
the
in a
skybox.
void.
It's just like a brown ceiling.
This is insane. It's like, yeah, they really like, it's like someone just like went and like
It's like they did this in like an
stole
hour.
a bunch of assets on like Turbo Squid.
Look,
and like
this
threw it into
classroom doesn't even have a wall. It's just empty.
Jesus.
But I think that this is just okay. So this is kind of, I guess we should probably move ahead and talk about the metaverse now because.
Yeah.
So, in this to
like...
me, this is proof of like Epic really trying to build out their version of the metaverse, and what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to prove to like investors and like bigwigs that they're like, look, we can make a video game, we can do concerts, and now we can do history lessons. And it seems like that their goal is to just try to like basically create this concept that we're you know, people on Clubhouse and like tech bros like to jerk off about and call the metaverse, which is sort of a infinitely vast in cyberspace where you can kind of get all of your entertainment from it without having to like exist in the real world. So, you know, you could go see a movie with your friends, or you could fucking play video games, or you could fucking, you know, race around in a car, or you could like go to class. And it's all this sort of umbrella called the metaverse. And it seems like, you know, a lot of people are trying to figure out what the metaverse is. Oculus is trying to do a metaverse, it seems, because Mark Zuckerberg had that. Yeah. Which, you know, didn't look great. It like, I mean, I think they did like a very basic proof of concept with it, and they're still working on it, obviously. But you know, I mean, I think my biggest problem with it was the art style. I actually think a metaverse would be better suited in something like VR than it would be like, you know, like a game like Fortnite, because at least like you can kind of establish it as like a neutral multimedia thing rather than like Fortnite, which is like made for kids and allows you to dab in front of Martin Luther King. Um, but yeah, I mean, you know, and then there's also this sort of facet of the metaverse, which is like, you know, people believe that the only way that a metaverse could truly exist is through crypto because it's decentralized. It's not owned by any single entity. And the metaverse is basically like people on some sort of blockchain, I guess, like each having their own virtual space and people kind of being able to jump between them. I guess
one thing you can think about is that like if you have like a decentralized mechanism for like tracking who owns stuff, right? Then you can basically say, oh, I had this in-app purchase or like this like, you know, skin I bought for my character, but because we use this like blockchain that is not maintained by like Epic Games to like record ownership, then what you could do is you could say like I bought this thing and now I can carry it with me to all these other games. If Epic Games goes out of business, as long as the blockchain's still running, you know, there'll be a record of ownership. And so, you know, I could do something like I could like buy a Rick and Morty, like Rick Sanchez skin that's maybe compatible with multiple games, which obviously there's a lot of disincentive for any company that's running a game to like let you bring in stuff from outside when they could just charge you for it. But like the technology is like kind of enabling for like stuff like that, for like kind of crossing over between different realities. And if you had something a little bit more like the web or whatever, where you have this like kind of set of open standards, you could imagine having something like, oh, here's like a type of model that you can use in like different virtual worlds and it'll work in all of them. So that's like some of this sort of stuff you can like start to think of doing or being possible. And it could be something like an NFT, right? Where it's like, oh, I own this thing and I'm recording it in an NFT. So
well, NFTs are probably the best sort of wink at the coming metaverse. Like,
yeah,
I think NFTs on the one hand, so assuming that the metaverse exists, NFTs are like basically things that could be like objects that could be created in the world, but they could also be characters. So like, for example, all of these people that are buying these like crypto punks and these types of things, they're essentially just characters. They're doing a less based version of what we're doing, which is of course spaghetti VTubing, through their sort of NFTs by having this sole ownership of this version of, you know, a monkey wearing like Bape. They are able to like, you know, have some sort of virtual avatar that can kind of pass into this sort of metaverse-y thing. And you already have people like LARPing as their NFT characters online. I've seen a fair bit of. It's not just us. We're, you know, we're not the only VTubers. I saw like people doing like CryptoPunk podcasts and shit.
I'm trying to think of how much of a cynical nerd to be about all of this, because like the metaverse really isn't introducing anything new. It is just like a corporate buzzword to be like, oh, here's all these things that already existed that you could have been doing if you were like autistic enough, but now like Facebook is, and like Amazon or whoever, along with like the hundreds, is going to like create this special world for all of this, because now that's the metaverse and it's the future.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like cloud.
I think the difference between now and then is mostly tools, right? Like it's easier than ever to like make a game, skin a character, and like throw it in like a facial capture software. I mean, like look at us. We put together a couple of models in a couple of hours. You know what I mean? So
like the CryptoPunks, and like every single day, basically, there's some new NFT release that will break Ethereum and cause all transactions to be like $400. And those are all just like avatars. They're like PFPs that people will then use on Twitter.
Sure.
To incorporate that into a game is kind of ugly. Like it's possible, and I can see how it would go in that direction with this sort of communal ownership. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm thinking is that if you could combine, and it's kind of my big idea. I'm putting it out there because I'm a very generous kind of person, and I kind of want to see this happen. But if you combine the online sex marketplace on the blockchain with NFTs, sorry, I'm eating nuts right now.
I bet you are.
I'm
Yeah.
nuts in my mouth. But if you combine these things, then what you can really do is you can have an NFT sex act or sex skin or animation, and if you can modify Among Us so that you're able to bring in your NFTs and your characters and stuff from other sites, you could literally bring sex into Among Us.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's my $1 billion idea.
Ichiban, have you played Second Life much? Because like the whole idea is that on that you can just go to a big store where you can buy like sucking dick.
Right.
And then your character has sucking dick. So there's like you can then suck dick in Second Life as much as you want because you've bought
Yeah.
it.
Well,
I think that's kind of
I think that's why
like
Second Life. I think that's the thing about this metaverse though. Like the metaverse has kind of already existed, but like to truly have a fully expressive kind of metaverse, it would mean to like, and it kind of goes back into the OnlyFans. Like you have to open things up towards porn. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
Because like that's I mean even in VR chat when we were LARPing around, and we will do some VR chat streams, there's a lot of people that are on VR chat that are like furries and like horny people that are just like using VR chat to like virtually like hook up with each other and like meet people and be horny with each other, and like when it seems like these like what we're gonna have is a bunch of different metaverses that all like kind of like OnlyFans and these other like social medias are moderated in different ways, where some will allow like pornographic content for some, and then others like probably like Fortnite will probably be like a Roblox competitor where it's like a sort of kids version of a metaverse, and it's going to be mostly like it seems kind of weird that like that there needs to be lessons learned from social media, and it doesn't entirely seem like they're learning them when I see like very tone deaf stuff like Fortnite MLK. Yeah, which still like when I say that sentence out loud, I think saying that sentence out loud is the most insane part of it, right?
I lose brain cells every time I think
it's
about it.
like there's literally no difference between saying did you hear they added sex to Among Us and did you hear they added MLK to Fortnite?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
well, that's part of like why it's crazy to see like something
it
like
has
that
such
from...
a shit post. Like it has such a shit post energy to it.
Yeah, like that's part of what's like funny about like the fact that Fortnite did it is it's like they I think like the only thing that could be kind of interesting about this is it's like what like Dogstar already said, like stuff that already exists in like Second Life and like other like platforms that you just have to be like more artistic to use. And like what's funny is it's like this has some of the uncanniness of that, but it's like Second Life or VR chat have all this, but in this organic way where it's a bunch of like anonymous weirdos doing it, and it feels like with Fortnite like having a like New York Times piece where they like try to like make a bunch of like 4chan like copy pasta like jokes and references or something. It's like or it's like having your like dad read you like an Encyclopedia Dramatica article and like I don't know like try to understand what's like in it while he's like reading it. It feels like totally like totally inauthentic and totally like top down and like corporatized, which like makes it very weird because it's like dealing in like this aesthetic and like energy and like setup and premise that's like very like native to these like weird anonymous sort of anarchistic like platforms like VR chat or Second Life. It just feels totally wrong. It feels like it's totally missing the point.
There's a really interesting paradox there, I think, because I feel like a really big selling point for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general was the notion of like anonymity. Like you could be holding money and nobody will know who you are in theory. And that's falling apart and kind of like accelerating in a different direction now. Like the really hyped like cryptocurrency thing, like Cardano, that people that like I don't know, Elon Musk or someone thinks is going to replace Bitcoin because it's environmentally friendly. Like, if you look on their site, they're boasting about like how they are going to like centralize a government like identity system for all of Africa, right? And that's why they have like $40 billion of investment. Is because when Facebook was trying to do that with like Libra and Diem, people got creeped out, so all those investors doing that moved over to Cardano.
Does that have anything to do with Akon's like Afrovision of the future?
Whoa, I have no idea.
Because
Akon
Akon is like
thought about Akon in a while.
Have you seen Akon? So Akon is like kind of just like been kind of like trying like doing this sort of like Afrofuturism
with
thing.
Acoin. Yeah.
I don't think he has it. Does he have a cryptocurrency?
I believe it was called Acoin, but I might be
Acoin, yeah. I don't know if he still has it though. It might have just been more of kind of like an idea than something that he actually launched.
I like how like colonialism is just still so alive and well that you can just be like a company and just be like you can just be a company and just or like a cryptocurrency and just be like, yeah, we're going to bring crypto
Look at these buildings though. They all just like are so phallic. Like this literally looks like a dildo.
Whoa.
Yeah, those are amazing. But I like how you can just Cardano can just be like, we're bringing crypto to Africa and centralizing everything. It's like I just imagine that they didn't ask anyone anything, that they like literally like have not told anyone in Africa that this is the plan. They're just like, we're gonna put crypto in Africa, and everyone's like, yeah, like I'll give you $40 billion to that.
Well, I think that's like kind of what we have to we have to like be concerned about as these things are kind of popping up, which is that like you know a reason why that like VR chat and Second Life aren't getting the sort of like attention in the media and people aren't as excited about it, and people are excited about something like Epic's Metaverse and you know like other types of companies getting involved in trying to make their own metaverses, is that it seems like the metaverse in like these tech bros eyes is some sort of like you know, new kind of virtual imperialism, right? Like it's not like that we're trying to create new worlds that are like a sort of like, you know, like a utopian space. It's going to be like their worlds that you're like leasing land out of.
Yes. Right, like for the record, like I just went to CoinGecko to see like the list of the coins with the highest market cap. The third one is Cardano, and like nobody has ever used Cardano for anything. Right, like you can't do anything.
Wait, doesn't Dogecoin also have a ridiculously high market cap?
Yeah, it's number 7.
All right.
But I never got into crypto at all.
I know too much about it because I work in it. Yeah.
I've also never gotten into crypto because I've had sex.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll have sex someday. Come on, I'll fuck.
Once Mother Base takes off, just you wait and see.
Oh yeah. Balls of deep.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like all that there really is to say about that. I think it's just like a.
And what about like the environmental concerns about like crypto and all that? Doesn't it like generate?
Yeah, Dogface.
Massive like energy or whatever.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to ask you about Dogface, because you briefly mentioned like Elon Musk being interested in like a greener version of like crypto mining. Could you like talk about that a little bit more?
Sure. So basically the way that like most crypto works right now is it's like people will buy very expensive computers to effectively be doing like billions of scratch off tickets a second.
Oh, whoa,
like
whoa.
Right.
Wait.
Whoa.
Rachel DM me back.
Whoa.
She says, "I am cheering for everyone's success in life."
Well, based.
Based.
Wow.
Thank you, based.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you for your time, Queen.
We really have to get. Does she still have a cameo?
I think they're like really expensive.
Uh,
But also, so
Yeah.
does Gloria Steinem. Gloria Steinem has a cameo now too.
Jesus
That's fucking
Christ.
depressing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard about that.
yeah.
That makes
MLK
me
would
laugh.
definitely have a cameo. If
I
Gloria
think-
Steinem has one, MLK definitely would have had a cameo.
I'm
He's
saying,
still alive.
it's not even a joke. Like,
No,
like
for
even-
sure.
Yeah.
I'm like even more suspect that like like this MLK Fortnite stuff is so weird that like I could see a world where like we Tupac hologram it and we have like MLK holograms popping out and saying things.
We will definitely have that very soon.
Oh my
the
god.
MLK hologram will be beating black people at like some Black Lives Matter rally.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
What? One of the
MLK
crazier things I was reading.
Sorry.
One of the crazier things that I was reading earlier today about like the Fortnite MLK world was that they like got like the rights to like the "I Have a Dream" speech from like
They
the
got the
King
rights?
family.
What?
Yeah, like they were like given like they were allowed to like borrow like the rights for like use of like the "I Have a Dream" speech for like the Fortnite world, which was like not even something that his estate granted to like the production of like that movie Selma, which was like an Oscar nominated film.
It's
So,
amazing.
like the rights are just like
Wow.
popping from like mega like media conglomerate to media conglomerate.
Yeah, let me see if I still have that article pulled up on my phone. I was kind of like it's a little crazy. Yeah, yeah, Fortnite players can visit the Lincoln Memorial in the National Mall. They can watch King's famous speech, which Epic and Time Studios licensed from one of from his family's estate, a critical piece of history that even the Oscar-nominated 2014 biopic Selma wasn't able to feature.
Oh
The
my
interactive
God.
exhibit is arriving ahead of the 58th anniversary of the "I Have a Dream" speech, which King delivered from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. Blah 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 da 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 da.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
oh man. It should be noted that Epic actually disabled some toxic emotes, including the ability to toss tomatoes right at the launch of the event. Jesus
So does that mean there was a second where you could throw tomatoes?
That would
think
be so funny.
Oh my god.
Just
Yeah.
like, boo.
Yeah, the
But that's
only
like
thing I
that's
had
kind of
seen
like my
about
point
this-
though, is that like it's
Yeah.
not like Fortnite that should be allowed like like the fact that they have to pull these levers in the first place makes it that like people in the back of their mind will be thinking like, you know what I mean? Like they're
Yep.
thinking like,
Can I throw tomatoes?
oh my God, this happened at the Black Lives Matter event that they did where people were throwing tomatoes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's also funny that they like did not learn anything from that, or just obviously they just don't care. I feel like the people who like make these decisions are like in some corporate suite and have like this zero idea what Fortnite is, like just no concept of all at all.
Well,
of what
I mean, you
Fortnite
have
is.
to have a very little idea of what Fortnite is. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think that they posit,
Yeah.
they really do believe that this Fortnite can be anything. You know what I mean? And so
Mhm.
they're like basically just like, they're thinking like, yeah, they don't see anything weird or wrong with like trying to tackle like social issues in a game that's made for children where you can play as Rick Sanchez doing a dab. You know what I mean? Which is kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. It's all ridiculous.
Like, it is all ridiculous. It's just like,
Like, if you're gonna put Martin Luther King in a game, put him in Call of Duty, give him a
oh
gun,
my God.
and just be like, "Yo, like I tried the peaceful way. This is it. I'm gonna give you this."
Now
like,
I'm strapped.
16. We're gonna like hunt some people down, and like
like
it's
how
like
they-
zombies. but like just mobs of
Yeah, I mean, like,
white fighting age males.
there is like I mean, you could even go as far to say that it is like there is like maybe some even like racism in there because like, you know, there was a Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies map where you got to play as like JFK, Castro, and like Robert McNamara and running around shooting zombies. Did y'all remember that?
Whoa.
No.
No.
What?
I do. It's so sick.
Yeah, the JFK zombies map, and like he like has like a bunch of like they have his voice and everything, like an actor. Yeah, this is the zombies.
For time and the world do not stand still. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. I said, are certain to miss the future.
Oh no, I missed that.
Oh my God.
Prime Minister Castro, this missile crisis was the last straw. We almost blew ourselves up. Now, we invited you here today.
In good faith.
In good faith. To sort this thing out.
And why is he here? He lost.
Yeah, Nixon
As I
is here
always say,
too.
forgive your enemies.
It's amazing.
Oh my God.
Remember their names. Now, gentlemen, as I like to think, from the long history of the world, that there are only a few generations.
Sounds like someone breaking in.
It's just a storm, Dick. Sit down.
Oh my God! It appears the Pentagon has been breached.
Zombies. Gentlemen, in times like these, our capacity to
It appears the Pentagon has been breached. Zombies.
retaliate must be and has to be massive to deter all forms of aggression. Gentlemen, lock and load.
Oh my God. Wait, Masato, is that period appropriate weaponry? I don't.
No, I didn't actually look very closely. It looks like that's an M60 there, but it's a little hard to
Do
tell.
not pray for
No.
easy lives, my friends. Pray to be
I can't really tell. My
stronger
res
men.
is too low.
Yeah, we need to watch Apate to learn enough gun facts to.
I just don't. I just don't like this. There's this weird
For
like.
time and the world.
I don't understand why like something like that is easy to make fun of, where like a president being assassinated or like the Cuban Missile Crisis, but like there's like such like that seems to me more interesting than like this weird tone deaf MLK Fortnite thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
Not as funny though.
And MLK Fortnite is funnier to you?
MLK Fortnite is definitely. I mean, like, it's obviously not intentionally funny, but it's literally like they added sex to Among Us, except they like it's even dumber. It just makes me makes me lose IQ every time I hear it, and like that makes me laugh.
Yeah, like if someone said that to me, I just would not believe it. Like, and the fact that it's real, I still cannot believe.
So cool.
Yeah, when everyone first said it, I thought everyone was joking, and then I saw like the gameplay, and I wanted to just jump off of something, but it was also so funny. But like, yeah, it's super depressing, but also the funniest thing in the world. Like,
it was the day that everyone was talking about.
It's very
depression.
Yeah, it took everyone down. It's a psychic terror, like.
But like, who is hype? Is there anyone that's hype about this? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is anyone think that this is good?
The deep state officers who know that this is their way of just breaking our will. Like, that's at the end of the day, it's just a psyop.
Yeah, just
to make you feel truly like you have just no hope.
Make the world feel like such a farce that everyone just gives up.
It made me feel like physically down.
Ill. It makes you feel physically ill.
I immediately felt fatigued. I had a fainting spell. I had to fan myself.
This is the thing. It's like, I feel like if they want to, they have to move. If they were going to do this and do this right, they would have to not call it Fortnite. You know what I mean? And they probably would have to like let you not play as a character skin. Like you pick your character. Like, there's no reason Rick Sanchez should be at the Martin Luther King "I Have a Dream" speech. You know what I mean? Like, you have to you would have to curate this so highly, and you probably couldn't even use the name Fortnite for it. Like, it seems, or maybe they should just like move, instead of calling their whole like giant brand that they're trying to do everything in Fortnite, they should call it something else, something a little bit more, I don't know, neutral. It's just like MLK Fortnite in itself is just a depressing thing, and especially the fact that you can I can play as the fucking Mandalorian and no one bats an eye.
It feels like everything just becomes like this fake character, right? Like, oh, let's put the Mandalorian in, let's put Rick Sanchez in, let's put MLK in. Like,
Right,
these are all operating on the same level.
Well, that's kind of what I would think I was trying to say, is that like this whole act makes like civil rights and by extension MLK seem like a character on the same level as those other ones. You know what I mean? Like it sort of like washes out all sort of the sort of controversy and like the sort of like bloodshed that was invoked in the name of civil rights. Like now like MLK is just like a fucking like he's a character in Fortnite. He's the Fortnite guy.
Man, that's gonna be really funny when like kids are like MLK, like the guy from Fortnite. I'm gonna try to like make it so my kids only like learn stuff through like Fortnite and educational Twitch streams and like TikTok, like educational TikTok, so that they like sound like the most deranged.
That's happened everywhere. I mean, that's like with Alan Turing and that fucking Oscar movie about Alan Turing, where they hid like the fact that he was like chemically castrated for being gay.
They didn't mention that in the movie.
I don't think I think they like
No,
they like
didn't.
They like kind of gloss over it, or they like only vaguely like mention it at like a wink. Like it's kind of
you're
like,
a naughty boy, wink.
Yeah, it's like the kind of like, oh, the G-men are after him because he's kind of gone crazy or whatever. You know what I mean? Not the fact that he was just like he saved like the country during World War II and then they like got rid of him because he was gay.
Miss Sato, the thing you said of like the kid saying MLK, you mean the guy from Fortnite? I can perfectly imagine the shitty political cartoon that appears in like
a Ben Garrison cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Ben Garrison, he's right twice a day.
So
Ben Garrison does really have some bangers. He's like David Dees. He's one of the few people creating actual art these days.
All of those probably.
Yeah, Ben Garrison and us.
Well, it's kind of what I like about it is that like it's a sort of like new American mythology that is kind of like the deep state as a concept seems to me as like it's like replaced like superheroes in like the discourse as like the American mythology, you know? Does that make any sense? Like now it's just like there's like these deep state characters are like pretty much like Greek gods that are like,
I feel like that. Yeah.
Like it's like Zeus like fucking like becoming
like,
a goose and like fucking someone is kind of like the same thing as like Pizzagate, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, they're all just like fandoms, because it's not really like anybody can like no individual can really like exert any real like meaningful like influence over the world around them. So the best you can do is to just sort of like simulate your like autonomy by like your fandom to like whatever like belief system you like think is like the most aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, like at the end of the day, like Marvel people and like QAnon people are basically the same.
Right. Yeah, I would never fall for something like that. Personally, I can't imagine getting caught up in like some kind of fandom or like some discussion like that. It seems kind of crazy. So what?
Yeah, same. No,
did you guys? Pinpin, did you read Chainsaw Man yet?
I read the first volume.
Who's your favorite waifu? Would you consider yourself a Makima ass woofer or power cat feet enjoyer, or Himeno moo titties drinker?
I think as I have always loved a mommy GF personally. I think I'm more of a Makima stan personally, because she seems like the primordial mommy GF. I also like that our protagonist his whole desire in life is just it's very earnest. He's just trying to get a hold of a pair of boobs, which Yeah,
that's really cool.
Miss Sutter, I do think it's important to say that I want to drink Kobani Sweat.
I definitely want to drink Kobani Sweat. Yeah, she's.
Dirk.
I think I might actually stand Himeno.
Himeno's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirge, have you read Chainsaw Man?
I know nothing about Chainsaw Man.
You should definitely check it out. I think you'd like it a lot. It's a
It
pretty
is
good
really
shonen.
based.
We should watch the trailer for it actually, because I think I think that might sweeten the pot. It looks fire.
It's
about
really cool because it's basically about like a bunch of characters who are just like hyper violent, like and like really stupid, like kind of sociopaths, and like
kind of like Doro Hidoro. Like they're all like violent himbos.
Yeah.
This seems like it's gonna be Mappa's Evangelion.
Mm-hmm.
I love Power.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
The animation, I love it.
The manga's like drawing style is like insanely good. Yeah, Mappa's great. They've been really like winning because didn't they do Jujutsu Kaisen as well?
I've never seen Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's like pretty
Jujutsu Kaisen, the animation is cool. The story, I actually don't care about that much.
Same. Yeah.
I don't have to. It doesn't have to.
I'm pretty sure Mappa did Terror and Resonance too, right?
I think they did Dorohedoro as well, and then I think they did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did.
So, yeah. No, yeah. Definitely check it out because it's like very. It's like definitely well animated and like kind of has like a great vibe and actually kind of has a fun story, but like it makes you feel like you're losing IQ because like the main character's like power is just chainsaws like rip out of his like face and like arms, and then he just like gets to kill in. It's like just really.
It's dope. It's really dope.
Feels like a like extremely stupid concept that was like made up by like the dumbest possible person and then like executed like really well, which is like a great combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I haven't seen like my favorite thing to watch for a while was just any isekai with like the stupidest concept possible because it would be so funny. It's just like, oh, this guy died, but God let him keep his cell phone into his next life. Hell yeah.
Literally the Ray Zero plot.
Yeah.
All right. I think, should we sign off?
Yeah, I think we're good. We started talking about anime, we just hemorrhaged views.
There goes half our viewership. All right.
Well, I think that's a good place to stop.
Thanks for joining us, Dirge.
Thank you especially to Dirge.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thank you, Dirge.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And fuck you, Dogstar.
Yeah, fuck me.
All right, y'all. Catch you later.
Peace out from the Motherface team.
Good. Take it easy.
Bye bye. Have a good night. Love you.